She loves the weed whacker. She's tired. Let's give her a rest. Now, as you can hear, these things are popping and cracking. I'm tired of it, so I'm just going to epoxy and get it done. At least they'll be a little bit more safe. Where is my opener? Hang on. Let's get this beer in us. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. 5:20. All right, I'm 10 minutes early. All right. Let's crack the first beer. Welcome, everybody. For some reason, I'm not going to... There we go. Everybody's waiting for the weekend. Put that thing down. Sunday. What a fun Sunday. Alright, let me see what I can do here. I think we're good. I think we're ready to rock. Look out, Deckhand Dolly. You're going to have to move. Get on your bed. Get on your bed. Good girl. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to epoxy. These things are cracking like I've never seen before. So first, let me go over here. I have improperly, the disc got ejected. Okay. Well, better luck next time. Here we go. Let's go. Boom. Go to my channel. Boom. We X this off. Boom. Go to live. Boom. Turn off the power. There we go. We'll say hello all. Hello all. Boom. There we go. Welcome to the show. Let's get right into it. We got a feeler that broke off right here. This thing, I don't know if it's going to make it. We have a huge crack right here. Everywhere this thing has super glue on it. It had a big hole up here that I filled in with the foam. So we're going to epoxy it to stop the cracking, hopefully. If we stop the cracking, then where we'll go from there is I'll paint all the cracks over the epoxy and then epoxy it one more time. This is a tough one, guys. I'm just telling you. It just isn't going with the flow. So this is how I know how to save them. So let's put this back on. Oh, hello, Dolly. She's running all around. Hashtag terrible parenting, but hey. All right, so we're going to put this back on. It fell off. So we'll get a nice little toothpick here. Make sure it fits. Yes, it does. Do a little glitch of glue. Oh my goodness, that's more than a glitch. Put it right in there. Now we're shoving it in. Bring it down. Ow, that's hot even through the glove. We're going to cut it at an angle down here. We're just going to slide it right in there. Just like new. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just find the hole right here. Push her in, boys and girls. There we go. Let me make sure I like the looks of this. I do. There it is right there. I'm okay with that. We'll just add a little bit of glue here. Doesn't matter. I'll be able to cut this out when we wash it. But there it is right there. We got that on. So now let's just go for the rest of it. Just going to hit it out in the park. Howdy, partner. How you doing? Those are some mighty big crustaceans. Thank you. That is huge, my guy. Thank you. Hell yeah. Right on. Glad you guys like this. Anyway, so we fixed that part. I don't think we'll need the glue gun until we start putting the legs back together. But this guy's cracking left and right as he dries, so. Oh, God, that beer's good. Good Sunday afternoon beer. All right, let's mix the epoxy. 50-50. So what I did, because I'm not using the ones that have the lines on them, is I measured it out by the scale. 4.2 ounces with 4.2 ounces. That should be plenty to cover this guy. But maybe not. I mean, if you hear that cracking, we got to get rid of that. That is annoying. Annoying to anybody, but annoying to me. Alright, let's get rid of that. Boom, boom. Let's go ahead and stir it all up. Activate it. Alright, let's go ahead and pour this on there. Let's just pour right on the top. That's a little bit excessive, but that's okay. We'll live with it. Now I'm going to use one of these instead, I think. No, I don't even want to do this anymore. I want a paintbrush. Hang on. I apologize. Yeah, this is so much better. Never mind. Somebody gave me a different idea and I don't like it. So, okay. We're just going to get a nice, just make sure everything's covered. That's it. With this epoxy. We're going to stop this nonsense of cracking. So for any way for this one to survive, we're going to have to really do some ER work on this guy. It's a challenge. Challenge accepted. As you can see, it has a hole in it that I've already adapted and overcome. Yeah, look at that. There we go. There we go. That'll get your blood pumping. Perfect, man. Perfect. Nice little art project. If you didn't see my post on Facebook, it was, well, I got kicked off of TikTok. They said I was violent, language, and inappropriate. Just called China out for being China. I guess they don't like that on social media, on their network. They also don't want us to know how to hunt, fish, kill, do anything ourselves. What's going on in the lobster helmet? Hey, Matt, did you see that? Did you see John Stanley's tattoo? That's commitment, man. I ain't doing that, but man, what if he'd ever put the Seawolf logo on him? Crazy little cat. I wonder if he did that in Mexico when he was down there. Remember, he was getting a tattoo, but he didn't show it. That's probably what it was, because it looked like it was healing. He took the wrap off it. All right, so hopefully this will stop this guy from. Oh, look at that. Okay, still see the cracks. I'm hoping I just saved him. Now let's do the tail. Compliments the brewery. Compliments the brewery. And we just throw the tail on. I mean, if anything, the tail will. I'll at least have parts. I mean, I want the whole thing, but if this doesn't work out, I have parts. And this is, what was this guy, 12 pounds, 11 pounds? I can't remember. I'll have to go back and look. Okay. I didn't even sign him yet. Let's just make sure we get the tail on the other side. Okay. She's done. Now we're going to have to do her legs over there because they were popping too. The body I don't really have to worry about, but let's put that there. Let's put that. Oh, gee, almost broke another one. Okay. Put this inside here. Let's take off these gloves for a second. I do have to touch up. You know what? I have this one to touch up on. Oh, no! Why would I do that? That was dumb. All right, hang on. Holy Toledo. Having a little meltdown here. Give me a second. Beautiful day. I did my yard, man. We did so much yard. I live on the ranch, and it was overgrown. And we got it back together. We're about to put our garden together. We were weed whacking all day. Yeah, he's listen. We're not even in his league. He tattooed your saltwater guy. That guy's next level. Next level. All right, let me put some gloves back on, and we'll finish those. I'll show you what I'm talking about. The King of the Harbor, they are done. I just need to do a couple touch-ups on the legs. I'm looking at them, and I could see where they were not epoxied. All right. So we will just epoxy them over again, over and over. There we go, nicely done. Let me check the other ones. Those all look perfect. I don't know why I did not finish up with those ones. Beautiful. Okay, now I can officially say this one's. No, right there. I'm looking. Another one right there. Yeah, these, like I must have really been on another level when I was doing these the other last time. Okay, now I'm satisfied. We are gonna just put this one right back up there because it's not touching anything, so that will dry perfectly. Make sure that one's moved over. Let me look at this one real quick. Satisfied, satisfied. I'm satisfied. And then we have one more right there. And we could use a little touch up there. Yeah, let me get that one real quick. Yeah, officially, he is the #1 fan in my book. I ain't going there. And I'm fully tattooed. Like I said, I wonder if that guy, if I get famous enough, do you think Mr. Stanley will throw my tattoo on him? That would be nuts. I'm down. Okay. So we got the tail, we got the top. Let's see about these legs, see where we're at with the legs. I might just do all the legs because they're popping. All right, here we go. Let's just finish off all these legs real quick. All right. 100% sustainability. Absolutely, man. Yeah, I got a great video coming out of the dive that I did a couple last week up for abalone. You know, where the commissioner board said that we need to do 10 years of studies, but they don't have money to do studies. Well, I did the study of my own. I just went up there and dove it with my buds. So we'll definitely be looking into that. Okay, I just needed the front part right here. That's all that I really needed. on those. And then now we'll just do the legs. Let me just move this back, and then I can just lay them right there. Oh yeah. I can see some cracks. Okay, so they were cracking. I heard them over there cracking. That one. Let's get some of this goop off of here. Here we go. Here's the other side, big one. Make sure we get in all the knuckles. Just a bobbing and a weaving. After this, I will show you Deckhand Dolly. She is sleeping right here. She was gardening with us, me and my wife, all day. We cleaned the property. I pruned the trees. We made sure our little neck of the woods is fire safe. They'll look at people's houses out here in the country, and if there's a forest fire going on, the people that did the work are the people that they try to help save their houses. Luckily for me, I have a fire hydrant right out in front of my house. Man, this is going quite successfully. Now, normally I don't do it this quick, but you can hear the cracking. It's ridiculous. It's been going on for about 2 days. I stayed up. I stayed with it. I think this will do it. I mean, there's a chance that this won't work. Then it's, I don't know. I just have to tell my bud, sorry. Didn't work. But I'm getting pretty good at it, making it work. There's, after this, I have one more, and then I'm done for the season. The season is over. The meat's all grinded up. It's a byproduct. So, I think it's legal. They haven't been here yet, but if they come here, it'll be fun. I got the cameras rolling, and I think they might want to just wait till Wednesday, Thursday. We have that live meeting. I will be up in Sacramento live. Hello. And I will be representing we the people. And if you don't want me representing you, good. Call in. Tell them you agree with the closures and agree with everything. Just call in. I don't care. What's your opinion? It's called democracy. Now me, I've decided not even to study the cheat notes. Because here's the cool thing about any subject they talk about that has to do with, well, if they talk about wolves, I'll bring up the dire wolves that everybody's making such a great idea about reintroducing dinosaur wolves. That's a great idea. The people that run this country, or were running this country, sorry, let's just make it clear, were. You know, all you that drove Teslas and now you're like, oh, Elon Musk is terrible. Okay. Enjoy your cars. Yeah, Elon Musk is the worst and slowest human being. Yeah, he's the most richest human being out there. Okay. He figured it out. You didn't. Don't be jealous. All right. There we are. I want to make sure I don't get any of this on Deckhand Dolly, so hang on, everybody. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these over to that table, but I didn't clean off that table, so give me a minute while I figure out my life. I should have been a little bit more professional and figured this out before the show. Can I eat with you? Sure, you can come over if you're in Northern California. Northern California, me and my wife would love to have you. You have to be a respectful person. Can't be a dingbat. And then other than that, please, let's party. Now, I gotta say, I am so blessed. I'm on my way back from Mexico. I just saw your post before I went live, Steven, and the travel day is the worst. I agree with you 100%. Especially after a nice, relaxing vacation. Who knows if you've got a direct flight or if you got a stop off. If you got kids with you, it's even worse. Because you got to make sure they get all their stuff up and... Hi, Dolly. What are you doing walking around? So hats off to you and your travels. Welcome back. Let me plug you in real quick so Dolly doesn't eat this cord. Hang on. Boom. All right. We got YouTube and Facebook going on at the same time. One's on my phone, one's on my YouTube's on my what do you call this thing? So what I gotta do is I gotta set up the other thing.
Is that you?
With what?
Oh, I don't know. There's some super loud noise.
No, open the garage. I'll check it out. Where's Dolly? Go get them. All three of them are out here. Here, I'll face the cameras this way while I clean that up while they look. All right. You tell them. As you can see, the scuba gear didn't go anywhere. It's going to stay right there until it's clear. Until it's clear. The nerd herd's back in. All right. We'll close that up. Let me just move everything off this table real quick. Got some shoes that I'm going to put some fish skin leather on. Notebook for tomorrow. There's your treats. Come here. Come here. Let's show everybody how you know how to sit. Come here. Good girl. Okay, can you sit? Dolly, sit. Come on. No, sit.
You want me to take her in? I thought she was part of your show.
She is part of the show. I'm just cleaning up.
Oh.
Come here, show everybody how you know how to sit. Don't be a... No. Sit. Back down. Good girl.
Very forced.
It was very forced. That was terrible. You could go with it. Just bring her out at in 10, 15 minutes.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm running the show right now.
Oh, why is it facing that way?
Because they were looking at all the dogs running around. All right. Almost got everything off of here. Very unorganized. I can't even see the questions. So, what we're going to do is... Oh, you're still there watching. Check this out. Get out here.
Because I need to get into the fridge.
The what? Oh, let me turn this then. There you go. All right. You don't have to take her in. Just lock the door behind you, close it so she can't get in. There you go, little girl. You're about to be the star of the show. You're about to be the star of the show. All right, we're just going to transfer this over here to this table. And then we'll rock the rest of the show with questions. And I'll talk about what's going on this week for me. Boy, it's warm in here. Let's turn on the fan. Let's get this party started. Cheers, everybody. Wow, that camera angle's way off, so let me move the cameras. Hi, Dolly. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we'll just put everything over here, put some parchment paper back down on here, and then perfect. Nice. And then what I do is every about hour I come and I just move the legs around, move everything around so it doesn't dry to the paper till about 12 o'clock this morning, and till yeah. Okay. One more. There we go. And the top. Oh, from the top. Boom. Okay. You hear the cracking? It's still going on. Not cool. Not cool. All right. So yeah, my oldest bulldog, Ollie, he's 4. He used to love going outside and working with me in the yard when I'm on the sit-down mower. And Dolly loves it out there. Penelope doesn't. And so we had just a great day in the garden. They got dirty. They played hard. There we go. Nicely done. Perfect. Okay. Now let's bring her blanket up here. Let's get her nice blanket. We'll get this started. Party started. There we go, Dolly. Come on, Dolly. Let's get you right here. Let's make sure the cameras are right there. Boom, boom. There we go. Done diddle. Done diddly do. Let's make sure you guys can see. Come here there, little gunslinger. All right. Let's get you up here. Ooh, you are warm. So am I. There you go, little girl. Yeah, get that bone. Get that bone. All right, let's see. No. She does. She hates the camera. She the hottest thing ever and thinks that I don't know. She doesn't want to be ever on. Honestly, I'd be a lot more famous in my shorts and reels if I could put my wife in there. Everybody says, so put your wife in there. Put your wife in there. I'm like, all right, I've tried. So no. You'll just meet her at events if we go. Oh, you're already ready to go night? All right. No bone for you. Where are we at? Okay, let's talk about what's about to happen. What's about to happen is I'm going to go to Sacramento. The meeting on April 16th and 17th. I think that I talked to Dave this morning, and I asked him for his QR code because, let's be honest, I'm not the guy that should be stating facts. I'm going to be the guy that just goes in and tells them, hey, listen, we're Americans, and you have to listen to the people that are about to call in. You guys need to do your job and call in with facts. Dave and anybody in that group will help you if you need help. Here's the thing, when you hit the thing, it'll flash and you won't think, if you don't want to be watched, you don't have to. I always like to be watched, so I turn on my camera. So then you can go into the chat and you can see everybody that has their cameras on. Sometimes you can even hear them if they don't mute their mic. Be careful, if you don't mute their mic, Eric is going to yell at you, telling you, oh, we're going to have to turn off and mute your mics if you guys can't control yourselves. People don't know their mics are live. Do not hang up and try again. And if you do piss them off, just go on to one of your kids' ghost accounts or your own ghost accounts. Come back on. They'll let you back on next time. I've done it. It's fantastic. I will say this. I live on 2.5 acres. The weeds were high. The vines were high. The trees were overgrown. And we had two days, and we're about to build our garden. So this year I'm really going to go heavy on the peppers. I love peppers, not hot peppers. I love a pepper, like I don't even know what kind they call it. It's just a green pepper. It's mild. And shishku. butchering that. I'll have to ask my wife. Every year when we get them, I just wish I could have them all year round. So, I live where it's far enough away from the ocean. It's 15 minutes for my boat being in the ocean, but the fog rolls in here. We're that close. So when it's hot in the valley, in the daytime it's about 75. It's weird if it gets over 90 here. We don't want anything over, I don't want anything over 72 myself. So I live in the perfect area for me. We don't have air, we have air conditioners, but they're the plug-in kind that you put out the window exhaust thing. They look like C-3PO or R2-D2. I can't remember which one was the little droid. Man, what a fantastic day. She was just out playing. We made raked up leaves. She'd go jump in the leaves. I got tons of video. She's just nuts. I'm sitting there on the mower, and Ollie's just, he likes to just get sprayed in the face with all the, the things I'm trying to save him from not eating and swallowing and getting in his eyes. Yeah, the foxtails. You mow them when they're green, it's a little bit better, but you mow them afterwards and you're in trouble because it's high. Grass will be 4 feet high. Now, from now on, for about 2 more months, I'll just mow every week. Grab myself a beer. But today we got the garden. Tomorrow I'm gonna work on the pond. Our pond is overgrown. So I'd like to be able to show you the frogs when you hear them, Matt. Chickens. The feed store has chickens. Now my buddy Bill is buying 1-year-old chickens, the red ones. And they're $20 a piece in his world. I don't know where you can get them a year old, because then they're already laying eggs. I figure I'm going to get myself 10. They're not going to be free ranging this time, but they will eat. Listen, this is what I was about to say. I set up a little at my kill shed out on my property. I'm going to build a cyclone fence that you can walk into like a dog run with a top on it. And then I can hang the halibut in there, and then all the beetles and all the wildlife, the flesh-eating bees, can go in there and pick them. But you don't even need to do that. Do you know that I would just throw them down by my river last time, just the skeletons of the 43 halibut that I killed? Compliments the brewery. And I would just throw them. And lo and behold, we have these vultures. I think that's what they're called. You know, the birds that are huge and have that long skinny neck. You put all of my skeletons, they weren't broken apart at all, but there was not one piece of meat or skin on them. Those guys can pick those things clean. Now you get about 10 of them. You hear them take off. It sounds like a helicopter. You hear the cracking? Stop it. This is exactly why I had to epoxy you. Making too much noise over there. I think we've stopped the cracking. I'll let you know. I have not lost one since I've epoxied them. So, this one's epoxied. It has a lot of work that needs to be done to it. It's got a lot of cracks in it. Did we save it? Nobody knows. I'm going to roll the dice and say yes, but we're not out of the woods by any means at all. Oh yeah, that's where all the frogs are. That's where all the frogs are, Matt. You got to come up here and go fishing on my boat. Bring everything you need to fish, though, because I don't have it on my boat. What do you got to do? I need a D. I got to be able to put fish back down. You got to have that on you, right? I got a lot of guys that bring their kids and fish while we're diving. Maybe I'll get into this fishing thing. I don't know, I could have went. See, the thing is, right now, it's brown. It's brown everywhere. It's been brown for a week and a half. I'm pissed off. We got halibut. All my buddies got halibut, and it was great. And then I started going, okay, well, maybe I should get out there and get some. And I kept going down there, and it's brown, 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 all the way down. When it's brown, I don't go down. Now, I'm not being, hang on. Martin said something over there on, he's on Facebook. Let me roll in here. No, Martin. We had a rooster a couple times. First time that rooster did the cock-a-doodle-doo at like 5:30 in the morning. Even though I live in the country, I ain't putting up with that. We went out and wrung the neck and fed it to the dogs. Now here's what I'm going to get. I'm going to get 5 meat chickens. Now what they do is they don't move and they just sit there and you eat them high protein or high fat. I have in my kill shed I have the cone of death. That's where you put them upside down in a metal cone. And then their head pops out the bottom. You pull their head down, you slice their neck off, and they squirt all the blood out. And then what I do, because I'm lazy, is I take some wax that I saw on YouTube, and you boil it with water and you dip them in, and then you pull them out. And then now you can just peel all of the feathers completely off. They come all the way off. Boom, boom. And it doesn't cook the meat because it's super fast. You just and then I put them in my freezer because, listen, the chickens you get from the store and from Costco are way too good. They're full of hormones, everybody. My God. You got to understand, we're eating stuff that our bodies shouldn't be eating, in my opinion. Now, I'm not getting all hippy-dippy on you, or maybe I am. Maybe this is just my maturity and I want to live longer. I've seen 2 people close to me held their hand when they, okay, not 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people that I loved take their last breath gargling on the liquid in their lungs. It's called cancer. Final stage. Morning, or good afternoon. Sorry, Justin, I'm not drunk. I mean, that's my first beer. Edible earlier. A lot of yard work today. You couldn't even go out fishing because they got that little dingbat race going on in your world. Long Beach. I mean, if you're into cars, cool. For me, my God, if anything affects my life, I don't want any traffic pattern ever to affect my life. So, that's why I live up in Northern California in small towns on the Central Coast. There's no real traffic. I mean, we have a freeway that they expanded from 2 lanes to 3, but there's so much traffic because they got all this federal money and now it's all been taken away from them. So they're trying to hurry up and finish fast. Graffiti's back everywhere. Before, when we had all this federal money, if you wanted to know where it was going, it was coming here, California. No state or no voter ID. You have to have one to have a game to get your fishing license, and everything else. But voting, that's not important. You know what I'm saying? Hey Bob, how are you? I ordered 6 more chickens, so we're gonna have 13 total. Do you ever lose them? That's my question. Like for me, they don't get lost. They'll die if they don't get back. I have a photo cell door, right? So if they don't want to get back in, and they're on their own. Now chances are nothing's gonna attack them in my yard, but I mean we do have a mountain lion that lurks, killed our cat. We do have skunks. We do have raccoons. Now, if a skunk eats your chicken, it won't eat your chicken. It'll just eat the head. It just wants the brain. It's the weirdest thing. That's how you know if it was a skunk. I don't know. That's just country living. You might have already known that. I didn't until I saw my chicken without a head, and I'm like, well, why not the body? And I will say this to you, Justin. You see what John Stanley did? Like, that's some commitment. Like, he tattooed your soul. You're the best thing. I want you to be able to just put your, you just want to put your head on my, I know, your big blockhead. Go ahead. You're hot though. You know when your kids, when they're young and infants and they just hang around you and they're all hot and sweaty but they're cute? And that's what's going on here. I got the fan behind us, so that might make a better thing. What do you call a rooster and a crow at the midnight diner? At midnight dinner. Crows. Okay, so I got these vultures. I think they're called vultures. Yeah, he's absolutely crazy. You think he was doing that in Mexico? Do you think that was his? Because he kept getting a tattoo in Mexico, and I think it's finally healed. Because when you first get them, they just look, and especially the stuff they put on them, they put this skin tattoo that there's no air getting in there, so it heals twice as fast as it normally would. It's a lot of fine writing. The guy did a really good job. I'm just telling you. To John Stanley, he probably has tattoos. Keep them out of the sun. And if you're going to be in the sun because you fish, make sure you have your sun shirts on, and you have, I do 50 Sport, the waterproof stuff for my tattoos. The worst thing you could do for tattoo is sun. That's it. Quit cracking. Compliments the brewery. So, chickens, I'm going to go down and talk to my buddy that runs the thing, and I'm going to see if I can get year-old ones, but I don't think so, and I'll get 10 of them. I figure 5 of them will die. I'm going to get 5 of the meat, but they only, I think that's only like a 2-month commitment, a 3-month commitment, and they don't go outside. They're going to stay inside. I don't want them moving around. Now, I'll bring them home fish, and I'll throw the fish head in there, and the maggots and everything. They love eating the maggots. They love eating the flies. They love eating the spiders. They love eating the ticks. You don't have to worry about ticks if you have over 5 chickens on 2.5 acres, because that roam freely. They'll go eat every tick out there. The way they kill and eat is insane. The worms, I live on an old chicken farm, so the earth is just super ripe with nutrients. And I'll tell you what, I talked to Dave today. I said I want your QR code. I wanted to make sure it was okay to put the QR code on my next video coming out. My next video coming out is going to be a short, a reel. My God, what a fart. That's terrible. Stinky little girl. What did you eat? No telling. She was out there running around the property. Now you say, oh, she hasn't had all of her parvo shots. I don't care. I've had 2 bulldogs that have run out there with chickens and everything else since the day they were born. As a matter of fact, I'll put some videos up of Ollie back in when I first started this social media career 4 years ago, when I took it serious. I've done it for 25 years on YouTube, but we're talking major numbers with the shorts. I would have a little bulldog Ollie, who's this size. She's growing so fast. And you forget about it because Ollie was this size, and then he got so big that you get up to take him potty just to get him down and make sure he goes outside and give him a treat. And you got to stay on top of it, otherwise your dog's never going to get potty trained. And Ollie had chickens out there, and those chickens didn't mess with. Those chickens lived through hawk attacks, coyotes. Coyotes don't come on my property. Hypothetically, maybe I killed one and cut off its head and put it on top of the deer fence that I have up around my house. That really stops other coyotes from coming to my house. Hypothetically, can't do that, I'm sure. Or maybe you can, because Carol doesn't know what a coyote is, and she's running the commissioner board. Boy, I got words for her. Dire wolves? They're all excited about it. Oh my god. I'm going to ask them if they ever really watched Jurassic Park. Everybody's watched it. I don't care if you're liberal, a dingbat liberal, or a fun Republican. I wonder which side I'm on. I'm on the winning side. I'm on the side that's not going to give everything to China. I think I'm on Elon Musk's side. I believe. As of right now, I am. Carol, a person that doesn't even know what a coyote is, it's federally funded, Carol. You're not the smartest person. Now, Eric, I got bone to pick with you. Because all my boys used to grow weed. We used to get over $3,000 a pound for it. We call it an elbow. LB. That all went away when the feds came in and made it legal. It's not legal with federal. Now the wardens went to all my buddies and took all their crops and their lights. Thousands and thousands of dollars and product. Meanwhile, Eric has one and he's never been arrested or had any of this problem. And he has the guys in green in his back pocket. I think that's a conflict of interest. According to me, it's only my own opinion. I'm gonna state it. So I'm looking at Eric. He's a diver, a fellow diver. Come on, Eric. Eric, you better be watching because I'm coming. 16th and the 17th, I'll be there. Deckhand Dolly won't. She's not recorded as a service dog, and I don't want to give you any reason to kick me out or tase me. We the people, I'm allowed to be there. I'm a U.S. citizen, and you work for me. I know you don't believe that, because Gavin Newsom told you we are going to take down this world and we're going to take over this world. You own a vineyard, too. I wonder if you're in the picture or the video where Gavin Newsom is sitting there when he told us all to stay home, your buddy. He appointed you to be on the board. He's distanced himself from you guys right now. It's the facts. I'm the only side with two genders. Common sense. She's a beauty. Yeah, you made this, Justin. Your little pancake and... God, I think she farted. First time I ever got to meet the mom and dad of the bulldog that I picked up. Normally the females go off and they get inseminated with sperm and they don't even get to have sex with the other dogs. They just, their penises and their bodies don't. Can you say penis? Oh no. Listen, I got kicked off TikTok until April 27th. I get why. I went live on there last night. And I told China, I'm not dealing with you fags. Oh God, I said. That's what I used to say back in the day. Don't get mad. I mean, let's just roll with this. Come on. Algorithm people. Gotta get over to that Twitter. That's where Elon Musk lives. I'll figure it out. Meanwhile, I'm going to go to this 16th and 17th. Participate in person, it even says right here. Participate in person. They put this out. This is their headline. I'm going to be in person. Now, all I ask from you guys is when I'm up, please take your phone. Don't hold it sideways. Hold it straight up. I need the 9/16. If you don't know what that means, just hold it straight like you hold your phone. Don't turn it sideways. And I'll make myself a nice little video out of all your clips. Because here's the thing. If they let me run my video and my camera, I'm going to just film their faces. You guys don't get to see it. It's up to them. It's the first question I'm going to ask. They'll probably say yeah, because they've never seen anybody like me. I think it's going to go downhill for them quick. I do. But we do not know. Am I going to offend people? I hope not. Am I going to scare people? If you're scared of words, you shouldn't be on a board for a fishing game. Just saying. Am I going to use any bad words? Absolutely not. I do want to know from Melissa why February was Black History Month. Everybody decided it was a bad idea except for California, and she had to lecture us about Black History Month. Melissa, it's the shortest month of the year, and you only give them 1 month. I find that racist. Just saying, as a white guy that's bald with tattoos. I have blacks in my family. I love them. East Oakland blacks, Melissa. I hope you have some. Otherwise, you look like a racist little bitch. Awesome. I need to know why you're speaking for the indigenous people. I call them Indians. I'll call them indigenous there so they don't get offended and want to shoot me. But if you're going to be a white woman up making decisions for the indigenous people, don't you think you should have an indigenous person on your board? That's a little racist. Pointing that out. You guys do the good work. You guys call in. Call in every topic. You have to make it matter. It has to circle around back to what it's about. Let's blow this up. Let's let them know that we Californians that fish don't care about your dumb policies and your, as Eric said on his last thing with the abalone. I know not a lot of you don't care about the abalone, like I didn't care about the white sand bass or whatever we're fighting for. When are you going to be in Catalina? Justin, are you on your way? Please wear the lobster hat to the meeting. Genders. I got wardrobe changes. I'm going to go talk every time that anything that has to do with the ocean. See, that's where you guys, I have the advantage. I can talk about kelp because I see it underwater. I've seen it die off. I've seen it come back. I can talk about foot disease that started this whole thing. Fossil fuels had nothing to do with it, Eric. Stop it with your rhetoric. You're a coward. You're not a diver. You're a stoner, according to you. God, I saw all your pictures. You just Google him. Just Google him. His name's Eric, S-K-L-A-R. Let me make sure I got that right. E-R-I-C-S-K-L-A-R. That's our boy. The one that took abalone away from us. We didn't have a face behind it. All we had was the guys in green, and we were mad at them. They don't do anything without this guy. This guy showed his true colors. Fossil fuels is what he said. That's what has destroyed this whole earth. He's speaking for China, by the way. Because China has lithium. All your fossil fuels, green energy. Well, now you know why Gavin Newsom can afford a $9.6 million house, or $7 million. $9.7 million house. He's left them. He doesn't have another round. He's already doing podcasts, and he's twice as good as anything I can even dream about being. He's number 3, and he just started. Social media is about hate. Emotion is what it's about. You show emotion, it should go up, but if you don't pay to play, even though you have content, I got content. Now this is not content. Me talking about politics. Screw that. The content is when I can dive. I haven't been able to dive. When it's brown, I don't go down. No reason to. Fight traffic, get down there. Walk in, kill a fish, everybody boos you when you walk up because you just killed something. It's the most bizarre. But meanwhile, they're eating fish and chips and thinking it's the greatest, freshest fish and chips that they got from China. Buffoonery in California. So, my halibut season has not started. It's okay. Deckhand Dolly doesn't have all of her shots. I want her to be able to walk in the parks with me, lick the fish. She will be at a meeting next, not this time, next time. She'll be a PTS dog. It's California. I'll have her little badge on. Tell her I need this. Here's the thing, I'm going to let them know. I will never come to one of your meetings again as long as you don't ever take away another species from us or decline anything without science. Proper science. Not fake news. Show me the science behind the sand bass, you jerk-offs. And I'm not talking about that little brown lady that made beautiful fucking videos. I got you. I said I'm going to meet you. I'm going to meet you. Your special interest group. Now I called you brown. Gee, Merry Christmas. Does that mean I'm racist? No. I want all the people out there to know which one I'm looking at. You're big business. You love to sue. I know who you are. I know what kind of money you have behind you. Thing you don't know? I don't give a fuck. You're gonna be my bitch by the end of it. Hope you're watching. Because you and your little bitch boy Eric that thinks he's a diver. I'll check him out. He's a stoner. He might jump in the water. I don't think he'll jump in with me. I deal with great white sharks without cages. Can he say that? Expose their salaries? Eric's on the board so he can control. This is my own opinion, of course. He has his own army behind him. He weaponizes the game wardens. You don't believe me? Watch the last meeting. A guy that you would think was a liberal, he's a ponytail. He's into the saving the abalone. So he does research on kelp. Me and him dive next to each other out here. He's saving the kelp, and I'm killing halibut. It's a great place to kill halibut at a certain part of the year. He's never had a problem with what I do. I never had a problem. I don't know who's backs him or what. But all of a sudden, there's no money to give him. And he said he was going to do it anyway. And Eric looked over at the game warden and said, I don't think he'll let you do that, so careful with what you say to us. That's called weaponization. I believe you probably did that with the, my own opinion, when all my buddies that was getting $3,000 a pound for weed got all their stuff taken away but no charges. It was the weirdest thing. I'm like, you guys didn't get charged? No. They just took everything. They said, don't do it ever again. Didn't make sense. Now it makes sense. They took all their equipment. Then what they did is they hired them. They rehired them for them legally as experts. Can I prove it? I don't need to. It's not my job. My job is to go out and make fun videos of me slamming fish in the head and raping them underwater. And taking all their body parts away and saying 100% sustainability with leather and products and earrings and everything like that. That's my job. I do want to know about their science, Bob. I do. They say all these scientific things and da-da-da. And Noah. You're federally funded. Trump, stop this nonsense with Noah. They're federally funded, by the way. And they're putting a smackdown on young kids fishing from a pier in North Carolina. If you listen to Dave's show on Saturday, you know what I'm talking about. A couple kids caught bluefin tuna right off the pier. Never heard of this. They'll say it's global warming. That's why they were so close to the pier. Noah made sure that they got tickets, $2,000 tickets. Young kids took all their fishing gear. Told them to take down their social media. It's not allowed. It's called freedom of speech, bitches. They're going to get sued. And they're going to get sued federally. And who's running the country? Federal means we win. Noah, you're insane. You're so stupid, just like Eric and just like Carol and just like Melissa. You drink in the Kool-Aid and you see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you have to say no. We hate Teslas. Okay. Wow. Teslas. You gotta ride in one of these Cybertrucks. I got 2 buddies with them. You want to ride around in a Cybertruck, little girl? That'll be a fun video. Compliments the brewery. Alright, I got 9 more minutes. Let me grab another beer. Successful show. We did the epoxying to stop the cracking. I don't hear any cracking. Did it work? Nobody knows. What will this lobster look like after it's all done? I'm guessing it's going to look like a regular lobster, like up here. But there's no promises. There's no promises of tomorrow. What does that mean? My dad was dead at 53. I'm 54. I've already outlived that old dude. My goal now is to keep on living. Stress-free, of course. So when Bob told me to go in there without emotion, I'll go in there without emotion, Bob. I got stories to talk about for days. I know I only get 3 minutes per round. As long as it pertains to what they're talking about. And I guarantee, I know, way too big, way too fast. They're talking about you. Now, I want to get up and get my last beer. Do you think I could do that without you getting all fucking weird on me? Just stay right there. Don't get up. Come on. Hashtag great parent. Please don't get up. Just stay right there. God, you're... This is my stress right here. So I guess I don't live stress-free. We did it. No accidents. She ran around the yard with my buddy Ollie, my 4-year-old. They chased lizards. We have alligator lizards everywhere here. She got introduced to the banana slugs. I know you don't have them down here, but they're just a huge slug that's bright orange. And if you touch them, they're really, it's like a halibut. It has the same kind of stuff. Got them everywhere in the yard, especially when you cut the yard. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. There you go. Get in the nook. There it is. Magical. So if you've enjoyed this show tonight, thank you. If you want to follow and all I can do is please watch along at work, on your phone, on every device. If you want, call in. You can even say you support Seawolf's viewpoint if you want. I don't think you should. I think you should just let me be a lone ranger on this one. I'm going to stay for the first time. I have to grow up. I can't be immature. I only know one way to deal with people, and that's crush them, crush their souls, crush them as people, crush them physically, crush them mentally. It's called being a narcissist. I'm really good at it. Currently, I have 2 kids that don't talk to me because I'm so good at it. Cheers. If you want, come join in the Gong Show live. It's going to be at the Capitol Event Center, 1020 11th Street, Sacramento, California. Or you can participate on Zoom phone. I'm going to have a QR code. I think Dave sent it to me. He had to check it out with Elliot first. Of the video of all the abalone that Eric said is not underwater. Nah, I just went diving. When it's brown and you can't go down here, go up there. Now, when I say you're about to see 30 seconds of complete lies from Eric, no testing on their behalf. This was just like the sand bass that they're going to want to take away from you. Once they take it away, they don't give it back. They'll tell you, oh my God, we need 10 more years of research. And that's exactly what Eric said. Everybody was calling in. A couple people, grown men, were crying like when we were doing it. Listen, I'm an abalone fool. Abalone's my jam. They took it away from me, so I turned to halibut. My area, they took away the halibut by 1. I only get 2 a day. You guys get 5. What a crock of shame. We the people. Stand up for ourselves. Luckily, I got family up there. I got friends up there. Hell, I have 25 people that I can go stay with. Different people. I'm going to go to my uncle's property. I got my camper and I got Dolly. Dolly will stay up there while I'm down there in case I get tased. If I get tased, I'm going to be a very rich man. Because I am not going to threaten anybody. I'm not going to do anything wrong. I'm going to look them in the eye. That's kind of scary for a liberal. It is. I would like myself. I would like. I would like to interview Gavin Newsom. Hey, it would put me in rock star status. Gavin Newsom's a scum of the earth. Gavin Newsom's a. My mom even hates him more than she hates Trump. My mom didn't even vote for Trump. My poor little mother. Almost broke up our relationship. I looked at her, I'm like, hey, bag, you're almost dead. Like, what the hell am I doing not talking to my mommy over politics? Of course, during COVID, I wasn't allowed to go around her because I didn't wear a mask and I went out and had fun. She found out what COVID was. She's still getting her 20th vaccination. I love it. I'll drive her there. Go get stabbed, Mom. See what happens. Should be fun. I'll just say. The whole thing should be fun. I'm going to Sacramento. I'm not a political person. I'll put all my political panties on. I'll go banging around with the social. They're dead in the water. They're federally funded. They're screwed. They're screwed like nobody's ever screwed with anybody before. California, here's the thing. You live out here and you voted for Trump, guess what? You're screwed. Because Trump has to teach California a lesson because they have no voter IDs. What's that mean? I can go vote 15 times for whoever the fuck I want. I know that's illegal. They don't check. They don't know who voted. They don't care if you're a citizen or not. I have to have ID for anything and everything else. A credit card, a loan of credit, California Fish and Game license. Have to show my license. These are the people on the board that don't believe you should show your license. They want to keep their position. Trump has to teach them a lesson. Carol, the head of the council, doesn't even know what a coyote is. She said it herself. I have the video. And she thinks it's a good idea to reintroduce wolves to Northern California. They're going to desolate every animal just like the sea lions do. You guys think sea lions are cute? Go screw yourself. A male sea lion eats 30 to 50 pounds of fish a day. Salmon, where do you think they went? Poof, gone with the wind. We have about 50 billion that live here, right here. They've taken over the $1 million docks in San Francisco. Don't touch them. You can't get to your boats anymore. Don't disturb marine life. It's federally protected. You can stand your ground, everybody. I've been in 9 fights with them. I have them on videos. My game wardens asked me not to show that. Okay. I had a truce with him. I don't think I have a truce anymore. My captain just wants to retire. He had 5 years when I first talked to him. He's now at 3. Just wants to get his 3 years and get out. Didn't want to deal with the Erics on the board. It's not their fault. It's Eric's fault. It's Melissa's fault. It's Carol's fault. It's Erica's fault. Hang on. Jackie, I gotta figure out who you are. I'll figure you out. And Mr. Anderson. I think Mr. Anderson is the I believe Mr. Anderson's the guy that actually said we should have 4 out of the 5. Screw you, Mr. Anderson, if that's you. You own a duck hunting. You're just as corrupt as Eric with the weed. Because every other duck hunting ranch has the game wardens coming straight to their... You got control of the game wardens. Of course, it's a... To me, it's conflict of interest. Luckily, they're federally funded, and Trump's in charge of the federal money. At least for another 3.5 years. I'm cool with that. I really like how life has turned out. And I'm a dingbat, stupid. Everybody's walking around like the world ended. Lithium batteries. That's what we're going to go with, huh? Let's look around. America has no lithium mines. We have over 100 years of natural pure oil, crude oil. The best in the world. It's most sought after. You guys want to believe in global warming? Go ahead, believe in it. You want to believe that this little girl that puts a nice little video out and gets all these likes and blah, blah, blah. It's social media. It's controlled just like everything else. Mr. Zuckerberg's not sucking anybody's dick except for his own. Screw you, Mark. Screw you for saying you're cool and not backing it up. Otherwise, I'd be famous. We shouldn't have to pay to play. I got content. This is not content. I get it. Me in the ocean dealing with great white sharks, beating up sea lions. That's what you're getting this season. Stand your ground. I never showed it before. One, I didn't want people to be scared of diving with the whites that are out here. They're everywhere. Especially if you're spear fishing. You don't believe me? Pay attention to my videos this time. I've done it for 25 years. I have so much video of it. I kept everything. A hoarder with videos. The people in my group, I text them one morning about 8 pictures, one after another. Here's a white, here's a white, here's what they look like. I'm that guy. I've held myself back from fame. All it requires is you to share me out. If you don't want to share me out because it's too controversial, I get it. Watch me and then say, hey, watch this guy. He's so off base. Going to Washington. Not Washington. I'm going to Sacramento. The buffoonery is going to get exposed. Now, I don't care that he grows weed. I really don't. I take sativas every night. Here's what I do care about. is all my buddies lost their business of making huge money. I'm talking stupid money. I'm talking 400 pounds of weed at $300 or $3,000 a pound. Now the government took it over and it's not fun anymore. Can't even get it like $800 for the indoor. You know how much it costs? $1,200 just for the solar lights and the setup, the tents and the pesticides and the, well, you name it, the mold, the bugs that get involved, the fans you got to get, the air conditioner you have to, it has to be the perfect temperature. You want the best weed, you know how to make it. Ah, the good old days. Life was simple then. Hustlers will hustle. I'm a hustler. I'm coming back. I'm not getting into weed anymore. There's no money in it. Government took over, and people like Eric have their own personal army called the wardens that he's in charge of. Hello? If it smells like a duck, no. If it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. I think that's a pretty good analogy. Anyway, I'm 6 minutes over. Damn it. I probably will go live again tonight. I had a tremendous day of gardening, believe it or not. We purged a lot of our stuff. I have all these bikes from when my kids were growing up. Probably $5,000 worth of beach cruisers. I'm going to go donate tomorrow. They're just dusty and old. They need new inner tubes, I think, but yeah, my daughter back then, she had a $500 cruiser. I had a $700 cruiser. These are all unmotorized. My wife had a cruiser. We lived on the beach, so we had to have beach cruisers. Little bells on them, a cup holder. My son had like a Harley Davidson edition, skulls on the handlebars, kind of like a Springer front. That part of my life's over. Poof, goodbye. Recycle. Move on. What happens when a duck flies upside down? It quacks out. Who said that? Oh, that's Martin. Of course it is. Martin, you funny son of a bitch. Anyway, I just had a great weekend of I couldn't dive. I have my dive gear right there. Everything's ready to go. It's too early for the season. But they're here. Here's the problem, is that halibut are here. I cannot see them. I don't know how to fish for them. I have these grunions. I should have went out. She's right here. You want to get her? Okay. You get your mama. Go on. You might want to take her out back, love.
I'm going to.
Okay.
Are you almost done?
I'm almost done. We got Dexter tonight.
Yeah, but I started watching a movie and I think you would like.
What movie?
Of Mice and Men.
The what?
Of Mice and Men.
Of Mice and Men?
With Gary Sinise and John Malkovich.
Is that the one where he has the thing that he kills people with the key thing?
No.
Do you know which one I'm talking about?
No.
He was like at the Mexican border.
No.
And he remember
Mice and Men takes place in like the time frame of the 50s.
the 50s. That's when time was good. Okay. Done deal. Hey, give me 5 minutes. Okay. I have a new change of plans. I'm going with the Mice and Men with the woman. Got 3 bulldogs now, and they all just want to cuddle, especially after playing all day. When I tell you I call it a tractor, it's a John Muir lawnmower. The worst one you can get, an E120. Matter of fact, I even have to jump it to get it going because I'm not going to buy a new battery for $57 when I can just jump it. I use hot wire cars all the time. And we cleaned out 2.5 acres. We have 3 beds of gardens that we're ready to plant now. We get the rototiller out there. I'm going to get some soil, just like when I grew weed, or hypothetically, if you grew weed back in the day. And instead of weed, because there's no money in weed, I mean, I can grow 3 plants, and I can make those. I have the capability of doing a 10-foot tree with like 6 pounds just on the top. I could do that. I'd rather have peppers. I'd rather have. I'm gonna do. Bill said if I take a potato and I cut it up in 4 slices, put soil on it, put a gunny sack, another layer, I can have all these potatoes all winter long. Russet. Maybe red. Maybe I'll do reds too. I'm gonna try growing potatoes. I think they're very easy to do. Bill said just get 4 pallets and stick them together and just do layers all the way up. I'll give it a go. I'll watch YouTube first, of course. YouTube University, that's my jam. Okay, thank you. My wife does all the tomatoes up on our deck, if the most sun is on our deck. So I'll have a bed out there. I did not know that, but they won't be around each other. Thank you. We do artichokes. Artichokes a weed, and I have 3 artichokes that we've done over the years. And that's the only plant that stays and comes back. All of a sudden I'll walk out there as an artichoke and it's just overgrown. We are in Central California, the artichoke capital of the world. It's called Castroville. I drive through it to go diving. It's where the Moss Landing was, so I don't know if artichoke prices are going to go up because of the lithium. Basil and tomatoes. Now here's what I got. And never do this. Raspberries. Those vines are everywhere out there. And I don't care what clothes you have on. I don't care what gloves you have on. If they're full leather. Those little prickly little jerk-offs will get you every time. Delicious, sure. You can come pick them all summer long. Blueberries, blackberries. Oh, compliments the bourbon. And I'm just going to have a blessed evening with my family of 5. We got Ollie. We got Dolly. Got my beautiful wife. And then we got Penelope. Penelope was not interested in being outside. Ollie was running like he was a young puppy. And his sister Dolly, she hates being inside. Her favorite thing is opening the garage door, and I think she's going to pee. She just goes and lays in the sun in the grass and just starts rubbing her back. And to me, life doesn't get better than this. For me, I'm on borrowed time. A lot of you haven't lost your parents. I lost my dad when he was 53. I was in my 20s. Wasn't talking to him. Kind of like my kids and me now. Found out after he died, 25 years later, he was the greatest dad I could ever have. He made me a man for the world that we're in right now. I don't put up with bullshit. I'm coming, Eric. I'm coming, Melissa. I'm coming, Samantha. I'm coming, Erica. I'm coming, Mr. Anderson. And as a person that lives in California that didn't move out, And our last voting showed, the polls show everybody's supporting Trump. I don't care. The news doesn't want to show it? Cool. They want to show us attacking Elon Musk? Go ahead. We found out that police actually do really good work. Thank God they come. Sure, they're a little off with what, if you go to therapy, filters. They have to deal with death on a regular basis. They have to run into the line of fire. They don't have a choice not to go in and be the bad guy or bad girl. You guys wanted to defund them. Now in California, it's true. Heroin needles everywhere, homeless everywhere. According to Elon Musk, I don't know if it's true yet. Seems to be. All the federal funding for the homeless went to the rich. Nothing went to the homeless. Mind blowing. Now, I'll put my hands like this when I talk because this is how you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to move around. But Gavin Newsom, he's like, I don't know if you ever seen anything. He's talking about the wildfires. Yeah, look over here. He does this. I don't know what it is. It's bizarre. I didn't go to college. I didn't even get out of high school. But I know when you do acting school, they say stand and act normal. He's like acting like an autistic child. Did you fill up any of the waters for the fire that actually did a straight fire path, conspiracy here, for your new railroad? And you're going to say, hey, we're going to act like Hawaii. I'm going to make sure none of the big businesses do anything to you smaller people. You can't sell your land unless I tell you the people you can sell it to. Meanwhile, he's in his $9.7 million mansion. He's left the ABC people out for, he's like, nope. The homeless, nope. Watch his interviews. I mean, God, I don't want to promote him, but damn it. He's guy during COVID. My numbers really dropped to 1. Hey Martin, if anybody's watching on YouTube, can you just make a comment right now? Because they say I'm one's watching. No, 3. Okay, it just popped up. Now what, YouTube? Come on. Bunch of shit, YouTube. You're lying. I'm not a conspiracy and I'm not going crazy. Your numbers are bullshit. I don't care, I'll get the real numbers afterwards. It'll be over 500. Now, I'm not anything big. I want to be. Can't be controversial. You either have to, I mean, in the old days, I mean, look what I did to TikTok. I ruined my TikTok yesterday, and I did it quite, I believe it was a masterful move. Paradise in the parking lot, you're right. I believe it was a masterful move. Yesterday I went live on TikTok and Facebook. I told YouTube, listen, you want to watch, come over to my other social media, Seawolf 13. I don't know where I'm going to get banned or for what. It's a wild, wild west here in social media. That's facts. There's no rhyme or reason why you go up or down. If you make it, they give you handlers that tell you what to do. Other than that, we're all on our own. You have a hit and you're monetized, they'll find a reason to demonetize you. And they're only paying you 1 cent per 1,000 views when you first start out. Get a name, you get sponsorship. Get sponsorship, you get paid. Am I exciting enough for sponsorship? Controversial, sure. Called my daughter a cunt. Hell, this used to be a portrait of her. Right here. Turned her into a demon child. She didn't want to talk to me. She's the one that started this whole podcast thing. Told me I was a terrible father after not talking to me for 2.5 years. After I had 20 years of pure fun with her. 2 peas in a pod. You say, oh, your son doesn't talk. He stopped a year after she wasn't talking to me. Choose who you're going to be with in life and make babies with. Because if you find out they're mentally ill and you get out of it, you still have to deal with your kids for 18 years. For me, I don't have to deal with anybody except for myself and my wife and my 3 bulldogs, and I'm okay with that. Fun life. Should I be underwater shooting fish? Absolutely. But when it's brown, I don't go down. There's no way if I'm going to jump in that water with 2-foot viz, shooting fish, that great whites are right next to me. I know they're there. You feel it. You see it. If you're on a reef that has 100 fish on it, all of a sudden the 100 fish leave. They didn't leave because of you. They left because they know what's here. Now when seals are all around me, I don't mind, or sea lions, I don't mind. Here's why. I've never lost a fight to them. I can stand my ground. But here's the fun thing. If they're around, there's no great white around. If they're around and they leave, there's a reason why they left. They want their food. They're allowed to have it. They're just like the homeless. They know it's free and everybody gives it to them. I don't give it to them. Screw you. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my show. I'm glad my numbers went up to 4 watching right now. After nobody. I just had one of the greatest weekends of my life and I didn't even get in the ocean. I cleared out my whole property. I took a long pause because I didn't know where to go from here, but I got to see my bulldogs play together. I have a bulldog that I just got that just wants to be outside and wants to have fun. Deckhand Dolly. God bless her. And you guys get to see her whole lifespan. It's short. If you get 7 years from a bulldog, that would be like my dad dying at 53. Anything over 7 years, it's gravy. You just look at their scrunchy little faces, and you give big kisses. Tell them you love them. My first one lived to be an 11 and a half. Oliver, who knows? I saw youth again today. He was 4, but he seemed like he was 70, but not today. He's running with her, chasing lizards, alligator lizards, barking at birds that would come down and try to pecking at the whatever as I was mowing. This is my life and this was fun for me. Hope it's entertaining to you. If it's not, I get it, move on. If you can't believe what I'm about to do here on the 16th and 17th, I implore you, compliments the brewery. all I can say is let's finish the fight. You guys call in. People that know what they're talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about except for what I've seen underwater. When you told me abalone were, oh, let's slow down. Let's do more research for 10 more years. Some of us, Eric, don't have 10 years to teach our grandkids. Me, I don't have to worry about it. I might have grandkids right now. I wouldn't even know. I'm a narcissist. There's a lot of dads out there that would love, and grandpas out there that would love to show their kids how to go get abalone safe. So they don't watch a video like mine thinking it's that easy and just go out there and expire. Happens all the time. Eric, you're full of shit. California commissioners, hello. My name is Seawolf. I will see you on the 16th and the 17th. The videos that are going to come out in a huge amount for the next 3 days are all going to be what you guys say doesn't exist in California. You took my halibut down to 2. Southern California, I can have 5 a day. I've done videos where I shoot 5 in one dive. And then my next dive, because I was so excited, I saw a halibut, but I had to leave him alone. I went over and got my 10 scallops for the day. Came home with 5 halibut, 10 scallops. Back at the dock, Compliments Brewery. Compliments Brewery. By 1 o'clock, drove home. Was home by 4. Was home by 4. And I thought that was my best day. Today was my best day. Hanging out. Called a ranch, called a farm, called I had 2.5 acres with a river running through it. That's where I live. In Dingbat, California. Blessed living. You all have a good night. Thank you for participating. Share it out. Come back tomorrow.